Hi there everybody and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew and as always it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me along my journey so far, and if you're new to the channel then please make sure you hit the bell notification and the subscription button so that you can stay up to date with all future content. Now, before we go any further into this, please just allow me to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Uh, this year has just absolutely flown by. I mean, there's been many ups and downs, but here we are. Christmas is here, and for many of us here in Australia and New South Wales in particular, we will be able to finally spend this time with all our family and friends. So that's a very exciting time for us. So again, Merry Christmas to all of you. Now, this entire month so far, from December 1st all the way to today, December 25th, I've been working my way through what is now a very ripped apart Australian Whisky Advent Calendar. There have been some absolutely fantastic whiskies in this set. There have also been a few duds, but hey, I'm not going to like everything, so not much we can do about that. But since we are up to day 25, fingers crossed, this one I am hoping will be something absolutely amazing, and I'm hoping that I have not yet tried it. But the only way we're going to find out is by taking the little bottle out of the box. So bear with me while I get this opened, and let's see what we're going to get. Alright, let's put this down. And oh, I haven't seen it yet, but okay, now let's see. What have we got? Alright, so we've got another one from Tin Shed Distilling, and I'm assuming the name of this one is definitely fitting for the year that we've had so far. This one is called the Flustercluck. A very fun play on words right there. So this is a South Australian distillery, bottled at 49.1% ABV. We have already reviewed a Tin Shed release in this set so far. So, and I think from memory I did enjoy it. So let's see what we get for this one. Just pour a little bit into the glass. A bit more. Alrighty, so now I don't have any other information about this whiskey at the moment, but I will do some research later on, and any information that I can find in regards to cask type, maturation, etc., I will put that in the description box down below. I also have a playlist set up of this Advent Calendar series, so that way if you've missed any of the content from it, you can go back and catch up on those videos in your own time. So let's get started. This is the Flustercluck from Tin Shed Distilling, 49.1% ABV. So cheers on the nose. Okay, this is definitely peated. Lots of vanilla and caramel coming through. Some excellent layers of barrel char as well. The oak influence is really good. It's got quite a very dry nose to it. I'm picking up some nice peppery spice, freshly cut grass. Milk chocolate on this one. Touch of raisin. It's quite foresty as well. I just love the way the smoke is just playing around with the other notes of this whiskey. A little bit of eucalyptus. Now some fruits are starting to come through. So there's a little bit of apple and some sweet pear. some grape skin. But that smokiness is definitely the note that I'm enjoying the most out of this. The balance of the smoke is just very impressive. But let's move along and get to the palate. Let's see what we get. Very dry and syrupy mouthfeel. Definitely peated. I'm going to assume that again American oak has been used for this. It's very ashy. It's quite dehydrating as well. It's one of those whiskeys that really just saps the moisture out of your mouth, but then you just like it just build you just start to salivate again after that. It just creates this very unique balance of texture. Again, very smoky, very similar to a Lagavulin in style. Again, there's just so much smoke and ash. The peatiness of this is definitely at the forefront of this whiskey. As that starts to fade away, you will start to notice some more subtle grain influence as well. So I'm I'm definitely picking up like that malted barley. I'm starting to get some more cereal grains as well. So there's a little bit of a like a cornflake sweetness as well. Maybe like a little bit of like a rice bubble note. Again, the apple and sweet pear is there. Dark chocolate, lots of leather on this one. Okay, so now as those layers peel back, now I'm also starting to pick up some like a light honey. There's definitely some like a brown sugar sweetness coming through it as well. This is not really going into like a caramel note, but again, it is just that honey sweetness mixed in with some like sugar syrup. I guess that's probably, yeah, the best way to put it would be like a sugar syrup taste. The finish is very mellow, very easy going, but it's long. It just keeps going. The the smoke just keeps wafting through everything. Just it really just balances out the vanilla, black pepper spice. There's also some more milk chocolate coming through. Say the overall experience of this whiskey has been very enjoyable. I think this is definitely a whiskey that I will want to have on my shelf. So I think once I'm able to, I'll definitely be looking into Tin Shed and seeing if there is any more of this available, because this is an absolutely fantastic whiskey. Um, and I think it is just I'm glad that I'm enjoying it. It would have been a little bit disappointing to have gone through this whole set and have gotten a bit of a dud at the end, but luckily we're ending off on an excellent note. This is a very enjoyable whiskey. Now, it has been a very fun experience being able to complete this advent calendar. I've never done anything like this before, and I think the amazing thing about it is that it has, I guess, it has really shown, say, for myself, how much my own palate has developed um, over the last few years of doing these whiskey reviews. There is no way that if I had done this set when I had first started, that I would have been able to pick up half the notes and characteristics of the whiskies and the way they've been made if I had done this, say, about 2 years ago. Um, so I would also like to put this out there to say people who are just starting to get into whiskey, or you're just starting your own, say, whiskey tube channels, and you are getting, I guess, a bit downhearted about not being able to pick out flavors and characteristics of the whiskey. Just keep at it. That's the one of the best things about doing this. That the more you try, the more you develop, and once you start to familiarize yourself with all the different flavors of whiskies and the way distilleries finish off and age their products, you will definitely be able to start to notice those trends in other whiskies as well. I mean, as an example, I've been able to pick out some whiskies that have had, say, like a sherry cask finish rather than a full maturation. And again, that is something that I would not have been able to pick up 2 years ago. So I guess the long way of what I'm trying to get around to saying is that doing these types of tasting sets with as little information on them as possible, it is just an absolutely fantastic way of being able to, I guess, hone your skills, develop your palate, and I guess give yourself some more confidence when doing these things. So, um, yeah, I really need to thank my sister-in-law and I guess my family in general for pitching in on this set and just helping me to, I guess, gain more access to the fantastic world of Australian whiskey. This has been a lot of fun doing this. Um, but yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this whiskey anymore. I think I've covered what I need to. Again, this has been a brilliant set to get through. And yeah, I guess for those of you who have been watching every episode from day one, thank you so much for joining me. The support has been fantastic, and I look forward to seeing you all again on the next regular whiskey review video. Merry Christmas and get this from Andrew, Prestige Liquids WW. Cheers.